All right, let's get started. Everyone loves a good dream, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, today we're going deep, really
Mhm.
deep into dreamland
Okay.
with Carl Jung as our guide.
Awesome.
You know, we've got excerpts from his book,
Hmm.
Man and His Symbols.
Okay.
And specifically, we're going to be looking at the chapter,
Right.
The Importance of Dreams.
Cool.
I mean, have you ever woken up from a dream
Oh, yeah.
and just been like, whoa,
Totally.
what was that all about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it felt so real,
For sure.
so vivid, so powerful.
Mhm.
Like it was trying to tell you something.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Jung believed that dreams are way more than just random images,
Okay.
just kind of flashing through our minds while we sleep.
Right.
He saw them as these structured messages,
Interesting.
packed with symbols from our unconscious.
Okay.
And he thought they were like trying to communicate with us,
Yeah, that's fascinating. Like little messengers?
Exactly.
Mm.
Messengers from the deep.
Yeah.
So he really approached dreams like a detective,
Okay.
always looking for clues to unlock the mysteries of the unconscious mind.
So it wasn't like he started out thinking this way.
Well, actually, it all came from a pretty interesting experience he had
What happened?
with a colleague on a train
Oh, wow.
in Russia.
Okay.
So picture this. They're on this train,
All right.
and Jung's colleague is staring at some Cyrillic writing,
Uh-huh.
but he can't understand a word of it.
Oh, so he's totally baffled.
Totally.
Yeah.
And Jung's like, hey, just let your mind wander a bit.
Uh-huh.
Freely associate with the letters,
All right.
see what comes up.
Interesting. So what happened? Did he magically become fluent in Russian?
Well, not quite, haha.
Okay.
But something even more interesting happened.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
As this guy's mind starts to play with the symbols,
Yeah.
all these random memories and buried emotions,
Oh,
they just start bubbling to the surface.
that's wild.
Things he hadn't thought about in years.
Hmm.
Things he'd probably pushed down for a reason.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
It was like those letters
Mm-hmm.
had unlocked a hidden door in his mind.
That's powerful. Like a key.
Exactly. And this experience,
Yeah.
it really got Jung thinking, well, if seemingly meaningless squiggles
Uh-huh.
can trigger such a powerful reaction,
Yeah.
imagine what our own dreams,
Right.
filled with familiar faces, places,
Mm-hmm.
could be capable of revealing.
Oh, absolutely. It's like they're speaking a secret language.
Exactly. And it was a turning point for Jung.
Okay.
He began to see that the unconscious mind
Yeah.
wasn't just this reservoir of repressed desires,
Right, right.
like Freud believed,
Mm-hmm.
but a vast, intelligent source of wisdom
Mm.
and guidance,
Wow.
trying to communicate with us,
Through our dreams.
especially through our dreams.
So we're talking about dreams as structured messages.
Yes,
It's like-
but what are these messages made of?
Right. Good question.
Jung was really big on symbols.
Oh, yeah. He loved symbols.
So how did he view symbols differently from, say, just regular signs?
That's a really key distinction.
Yeah,
Yeah, a sign is straightforward.
okay,
Like think of a stop sign.
right,
It has a clear,
Yeah.
universally understood meaning.
makes sense.
Symbols, on the other hand,
Yeah.
they're multi-layered.
Okay. They point to something deeper, something beyond our immediate grasp.
I'm starting to get the picture.
Can you give me a concrete example?
Sure. Jung uses the example of animals depicted in churches.
Like a lion?
Yeah, a lion
Okay.
or an eagle.
Oh,
We might recognize them, right?
right.
But within that religious context,
Yeah.
they hold a deeper meaning.
So the lion might represent courage,
Exactly.
and the eagle, maybe like spiritual aspiration.
Yeah, something like that.
So they're not just animals.
No, not at all.
They're symbols
Right.
imbued with cultural and psychological significance.
Exactly. They're like little puzzle boxes.
Oh, I like that. Each symbol is a little puzzle box.
Yeah.
Holding a deeper meaning
That we need to unlock.
that we need to unlock.
And Jung believed that dreams are full of these symbolic puzzle boxes,
Okay.
each one offering a clue to our unconscious processes.
Oh, that's cool. I'm starting to see how this all fits together.
Yeah, it starts to get really interesting from here.
All right, well, we'll have to dive into that next time.
Perfect.
Okay, so there's no universal dream dictionary, right?
Right.
So how do we even begin to make sense of our own dream symbols?
That's a great question. You know, it's where things get really interesting.
Oh.
Jung believed that the meaning of a symbol, it isn't fixed.
Oh.
It's fluid, personal,
Hmm.
deeply connected to the dreamer's individual experiences
Yeah.
and their emotional landscape.
Okay.
He used this analogy of examining an unknown object,
Oh, okay.
turning it over and over in your hands,
Yeah.
feeling its texture, its weight.
Uh-huh.
That's how we should approach dream symbols.
So with curiosity.
With curiosity, yeah.
Right.
Allowing them to speak to us on an intuitive level.
It sounds like we need to tap into our inner Sherlock Holmes here
Ha! A little bit.
to crack the case of our dreams.
Yeah.
But how do we even start? I mean, sometimes my dreams are so bizarre.
Yay.
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I hear you. One of the most important things
Yeah.
is to stay close to the dream imagery.
Okay.
Resist the urge to jump into free association or try to force the dream into some preconceived box.
Got it.
Just let those images kind of wash over you.
Okay.
Notice the emotions they evoke,
Uh-huh.
the sensations they stir in your body.
Okay.
Those are your clues.
It reminds me of that case study you shared
Yeah.
about the patient who dreamt of a degenerate female
Oh, right.
who represented his wife.
It's a pretty loaded image.
Yeah, it is.
And this is where Jung's concept of the anima comes into play.
Okay.
He didn't interpret the dream as a literal commentary
On the wife.
on the wife, yeah,
Okay.
but as a symbolic representation of the patient's own hidden feminine side.
So Jung believed that every man carries within him
Mm-hmm.
a feminine archetype,
The anima,
the anima, and every woman carries a masculine archetype,
which is
the animus.
the animus
These archetypes represent unconscious aspects
of our personalities.
of our personalities, yeah, that we often project onto others.
Hold on, feminine side in a man.
Uh-huh.
I can already hear some people saying,
Yeah.
that sounds a little far out.
I can understand the skepticism. It
Yeah.
can definitely sound a bit mystical
Yeah.
at first.
Right.
But consider this. Have you ever met someone
Mm-hmm.
who reminded you so strongly of someone else,
Uh-huh.
even though they were completely different people,
Yeah, I think so.
or felt an instant connection
Mm-hmm.
with a stranger, as if you'd known them forever?
Yeah. Okay.
Jung would say those are glimpses of the archetypes at work,
Oh, okay.
these universal patterns of energy
Mm-hmm.
and behavior
Interesting.
that reside in our collective unconscious. Okay, I'm starting to see how this connects.
Good.
So in this dream, the degenerate female,
Yeah.
it wasn't literally about the man's wife.
Right.
It was about an aspect of himself
Exactly.
that he hadn't fully acknowledged or
Mm.
integrated.
It's not about moral judgment. The dream wasn't saying, be a better person.
Right.
It was a call for greater self-awareness, an invitation to explore
Okay.
those hidden aspects of himself.
That he'd maybe pushed down?
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
Good.
I've definitely had dreams where I felt like
Yeah.
there was something more going on
Right.
beneath the surface, some hidden message I couldn't quite grasp.
Mm-hmm.
But this brings up another question.
Okay.
If these dreams were offering us valuable insights,
Mm-hmm.
why do we so often resist them?
That's a great question. And Jung actually addressed this directly.
Really?
Yeah. He talked about Masonianism.
Masonianism.
Yeah, this inherent resistance to the new and the unknown.
It's something we see in both primitive
Oh, okay.
and civilized people.
So like how sometimes you resist upgrading your phone,
Exactly.
even though you know it would be better.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. We cling to the familiar,
Yeah.
even when it's holding us back.
Oh, that's so true. I'm definitely guilty of that.
Uh-huh.
It's like that saying, better the devil you know.
Right.
But when it comes to our dreams,
Mm-hmm.
clinging to the familiar might mean missing out
On those valuable insights.
from those valuable insights. Yeah.
Precisely. It's natural to shy away from what we don't understand,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it comes to the unconscious.
Right.
It can feel like opening Pandora's box.
Ooh, yeah.
But the thing is, resisting those unconscious messages,
Okay.
whether they come through dreams or other channels,
Mm-hmm.
it only keeps us stuck.
So how do we move from a place of resistance to a
Mm.
place of curiosity and openness when
Yeah.
it comes to our dreams?
Jung believed the first step is simply paying attention. Paying attention.
Okay, start a dream journal.
Okay.
Keep it by your bed.
Mm-hmm.
And jot down those fleeting images
Right.
and emotions as
Yeah.
soon as you wake up before they fade away.
You know, I've tried dream journaling,
Yeah.
but I often find that my dreams disappear
Yeah.
the moment I open my eyes.
Sometimes just the intention of remembering
Yeah.
can make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Try setting an alarm
Okay.
a few minutes earlier than usual
Right.
and lying still in bed.
Okay.
Focusing on those lingering feelings and images.
Got it.
The more you practice,
Yeah.
the easier it becomes.
All right, so let's say we've started paying attention.
Okay.
We're jotting them down.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next step in this
know.
dream detective work?
Remember the analogy of
Yeah.
turning the object
Okay.
over and over in your hands.
Right.
That's key.
Okay.
Ask yourself, what are the dominant emotions
Okay.
in this dream?
Right.
What specific symbols stand out? What personal associations do
Oh,
I have with those symbols?
So it's not just about analyzing the dream
No.
from a detached
Right.
intellectual perspective.
Yeah,
It's about engaging with it emotionally,
exactly.
intuitively as well.
And don't underestimate the power of the body.
Oh, okay.
Notice any physical sensations that
Yeah.
accompany those dream images.
Okay, like a racing heart,
Yeah, a racing heart.
tightness in the chest.
Exactly.
Those are clues too.
Those bodily responses are valuable clues.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, so we've got these dream images,
Mhm.
the emotions they evoke,
Yeah.
even those physical sensations.
Right.
It was like having a bunch of puzzle pieces,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
but no picture on the box.
It's true. There's no one-size-fits-all formula
Sounding
for
clever.
dream interpretation.
Right, right.
That's what makes it so challenging
Yeah.
and so rewarding.
Okay.
One thing Jung stressed was the importance of context.
Okay.
The same symbol can have very different meanings,
Depending on...
depending on the dreamer's personal history,
Okay.
cultural background,
Mhm.
and current life circumstances.
So a snake in my dream might mean something totally different
Exactly.
than a snake in your dream.
That's why relying on those generic dream dictionaries
Yeah.
can be so misleading.
Okay.
The true meaning of a symbol
Yeah.
lies in its personal relevance
To the dreamer.
to the dreamer. Yeah.
So instead of looking for like a universal answer,
right.
we need to turn inward,
Mm-hmm.
find our own personal connection to those symbols.
Precisely. It's a process of self-discovery.
And then self-discovery.
And remember, the unconscious often speaks in a language that's both strange
Okay.
and familiar.
So those dream images might seem bizarre
Yeah.
or even disturbing
Right.
first glance.
But they're often trying to communicate
Something.
something essential about our inner world.
It's like those surrealist paintings, you know,
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
where you see these odd juxtapositions of objects and images.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not immediately clear what it all means,
Mm,
but there's definitely a feeling and emotion.
totally. I love that analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just like with surrealist art,
Mm-hmm.
understanding the language of dreams,
Requires us to
suspend our rational mind for a bit.
let go of the logic.
Yeah, just let those images wash over us.
Okay.
See what associations and emotions they stir up.
This is all starting to click for me.
Good.
It's not just about intellectual analysis, right? It's about engaging with the dream
Mm-hmm.
on an emotional
Yeah.
and intuitive level.
Absolutely. It's almost like learning a new language.
Oh, I like that.
You start with the basics,
Yeah.
paying attention to the words and phrases, and then gradually you
Yeah.
begin to understand the nuances and
Right.
layers of meaning.
So understanding the language of your dreams.
Takes time,
Okay.
patience, and a
Yeah.
willingness to explore the unknown.
What about those recurring dreams?
Oh, yeah, those are
The
interesting.
ones that keep popping up
Right.
night after night.
Jung saw recurring dreams as especially important messages from the unconscious. He believed they often point to unresolved issues
Oh, okay.
or patterns of behavior
That we need to address.
that we need to address. Yeah.
That the unconscious is turning up the volume.
Uh-huh.
Like, hey, pay attention to this.
Yeah.
This is important.
It's like getting a notification on your phone
Right.
that you keep swiping away,
Yeah.
but it just keeps popping back up.
More insistent each time.
Exactly. But let's say we've done all that.
Okay.
We've explored the images,
Mhm.
the emotions, the personal context.
What's the next step?
Well,
How do we actually integrate those insights
into our waking life.
into our waking life? Yeah.
That's where the real work begins.
Okay.
Jung believed that dream interpretation wasn't just an intellectual exercise,
Right.
but a process of transformation.
A process of transformation.
It's not enough to just understand the dream.
Okay.
We have to actually do something
With that understanding.
with that understanding. Yeah.
So the dream might show us the path,
Yeah.
but we still have to choose to walk it.
Exactly. And that can be challenging.
In what way?
It might require us to confront uncomfortable truths
About ourselves.
about ourselves. Yeah.
Okay.
Make difficult choices and
Mhm.
step outside of our comfort zones.
Sounds like understanding our dreams.
It's just the beginning.
The beginning, okay.
It's like getting a personalized map to our own inner landscape.
Okay.
But then we have to actually use that map
To navigate those uncharted territories.
Oh, what a perfect way to describe it. It's a journey of self-discovery.
Yep.
And remember, you're not alone on this journey.
Right.
Dreams can be confusing and sometimes even scary.
Right.
But they can also be incredibly insightful and empowering.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, Jung's work reminds us that there's so much happening.
Beneath the surface.
Beneath the surface, yeah.
Of our awareness.
Dreams offer us a glimpse.
Into this vast...
Mysterious realm.
Mysterious realm, yeah.
They're not just random noise.
No.
But purposeful messages.
Right.
That can guide us.
Toward greater wholeness.
Toward greater wholeness.
Absolutely. And I love how he emphasizes that we're not just passive recipients.
Of these messages.
Of these messages, yeah. We have a responsibility to engage with them.
Right.
To work with the symbols and emotions they evoke. And to translate those insights into action.
In our waking lives.
In our waking lives, exactly.
This has been such a mind-expanding deep dive.
Oh, it's been my pleasure.
Thank you so much for taking us on this journey into this fascinating world of Jungian dream interpretation.
And I think it highlights how much there is to learn from those nightly journeys into the unconscious.
It's a lifelong exploration, isn't it?
It really is.
A process of discovery that can lead us
to greater self-awareness, creativity, and wholeness.
Well, on that note, we'll leave you with a final thought.
All right.
If dreams are a bridge between the conscious and unconscious, what messages are waiting for you on the other side?
Ooh, good question.
Pay attention. Listen closely.
Yeah.
You might be surprised by what you discover.
Absolutely.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Happy dreaming.